It was an amazing thing when you talk about that last drive and you talk about New England Patriots getting ready to drive down, and I'm on defense, and Tom Brady and them. I mean, he had one of his best games ever in that Super Bowl, and he was just hot. You couldn't stop him. And I remember the last play right before they kicked the field goal. He threw the ball to a receiver that was right in front of me. And I'm thinking to myself, man, I got to knock this man out and knock this ball out of his hands or the game was over. And I remember, man, I hit him so hard, knocked it about 5 yards up in the air, and he catches the ball and he throw his hands up, and they kick the field goal. And at that moment, man, I mean, when the game was over, you know what, I had so many different feelings about that, and now I look back on it, and God began to show me a picture of what that looks like at the end of your life. And when your clock goes 0, 0, 0, what's gonna happen? Because in the Super Bowl, what happens is when you lose, there's a rope that comes up on your sideline, and it kicks you off the field. They escort you off the field. You're no longer part of the Super Bowl. I never felt so bad in my life where 2 minutes ago, everybody was excited about me being on the field. Now they kicking us off the field. And I say that about, life. What team are you on? And when you're on the wrong team, when that life is over, what happens is a rope gonna come up on that sideline, and depending on what team you're on, depending on where you go. And so God has used the game of football and all these moments, good, bad, for me to explain to people His greatness, His love, and His grace and His mercy. When you start to talk about your faith, you start to talk about Jesus Christ and what He means and being saved and all that stuff. Well, really what it comes down to is it gives you meaning. Everybody want to know why they here. They want to know meaning to their life. And so, when you talk about young kids, they say, who am I? What am I here for? When you begin to get into a relationship and plug into Jesus Christ, what happens is you begin to understand why. And everybody want to know that. And so not only why, but then God begins to show you what, how to do it, what to do, when to do it. And so everything begins to come into play. And so I will tell people, no, everything is not going to be great. All right, you don't get saved and all of a sudden, from here on out, you're gonna walk on water. No, that's not it. Because Christ did go to the cross. You will have your moments where you're gonna have your down moments. You're gonna have your moments where you're disappointed. You disappoint yourself. But at the end of the day, when you have that roadmap that says, you know what, I'm going this way, and I know where I'm going, then again, it gives you that hope. And so that's what it's done for me. It's giving me that roadmap of where I'm going and why I'm going there. And, but it's been moments, man. It's been challenging times that you sit there and you say, okay, God, where you at? What are you doing? Why do I have to go through losing my mom, right before I retired? That was a tough moment. I mean, she's been there my whole life and been there every game, and to lose her at that moment, God, what you doing? Why are you taking the most important thing away from me at this moment? I mean, I don't understand. And so you question, are you there? Are you real? Are you, this and that? But at the same time, God always shows up. He always shows up, and that's the great thing about Him, is that He's always going to be there. He's never going to leave you there questioning, the whole time. He's going to show up and let you know.